Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to another Asphalt 9 video. Today we'll be talking about the 1v1 tournament that actually came out today, and I played about half of it so far. Unfortunately, I didn't record that, so I don't have footage of me selecting the sponsored car and going through the initial process, but of course I'll explain that to you guys if you haven't seen the game mode yet, and I'll talk about everything related to it and my thoughts, but I just wanted to mention that. And of course, not all of the gameplay might be in the 1v1 mode because there are a limited amount of races, so yeah, unfortunately that's just I'm just big brain stupid head. Anyway, let's get going. Let's talk about this 1v1 tournament and how it works and some pros and cons and my thoughts and stuff like that. So basically how it works is you choose a sponsored car, which is a fixed rank car that you can choose from. You get two initial choices and then you can pay a couple of tokens to pick from another car, I believe. And basically the way the tournament is set up is that there are 12 stages, and as you play through these 12 stages, if you get 3 losses, then you're out. But whichever stage that you ended up on is the tier of rewards that you'll get. And so in addition to that, there is an entrance fee to get into the tournament, but you can also pay more tokens as an entrance fee so that you can start on a higher tier. So let's say you get to tier 7 and you lose 3 races in a row, then I believe the rewards that you'll get at the end of the tournament are the tier 7 rewards. So first, let's talk about the pros, because this is honestly a game mode with lots of potential and there are some really cool things in this game mode. So firstly, from what I can tell, there are no knockdowns, which is really nice to see. However, there are still collisions in this game mode, so you can, bump into other people and whatnot, but at least you won't be like lagging behind your opponents by 5 seconds just because he accidentally touched you when you were in Shockwave, or they were in Shockwave. The other pro is that there are 2 laps per race, which honestly I was really surprised to see, and I'm very, very happy that they actually did 2 laps per race for this. Having longer races is super crucial for a skill-based event. You need time to learn your opponent and understand their behavior on the track. It's just really awkward and frustrating going into a race, just having no idea what your opponent is going to do, and having that first lap to know what they're going to do and what routes they like to take is really nice. But also besides that, more laps and more race time is very crucial so that you can perform cleaner overtakes, but also so you can make those epic comebacks if you mess up a jump or something like that. It's not just a 90-second race, so you have ample amount of time to catch up and beat your opponent if you know the track well. Now let's talk about the cons about this game mode, because yeah, there are definitely a bit. So firstly, you don't always play opponents who have the same sponsored car as you. Like I mentioned, you can choose your own sponsored, or not your own, but from a selection of sponsored cars. And it seems like the track selection for this game mode is random. So far, I believe I played on Osaka, and I've also played on Himalayas, but I'm not sure if all the tracks are available. But either way, it seems like they just choose a track when you go. And honestly, this is really bad design, because someone might choose a sponsored car that has better handling but worse top speed, and maybe just by luck they get to play on a map like Osaka, but then you have a car with bad handling and good top speed. I think you guys know where I'm going with this one. But this discrepancy pretty much ruins the entire concept of this game mode all by itself, because you can't have a situation where just by luck the opponent has an inherent advantage over you. And this may seem like a small gripe, but honestly, once you start playing this and if you get into a situation like that, you'll know exactly what I mean. So next up for the cons, while the 200 token entrance fee is not particularly that much, especially for people who are constantly grinding for tokens, considering that you have to play at least 12 races if you want to get, the top tier reward, and during those races you kind of have to be doing your best. I wish that you could have like the option to choose which blueprints that you wanted to get after you finish, just because like the rewards for this are not super enticing. Don't get me wrong, they're definitely good, especially when you get up to those higher tiers. You can get I was about to say game modes, but no, you can get blueprints for like the Fenner and the Genti, and for legendary cars, which is super nice, and you get currency and some import parts, I believe, which is nice, and 200 tokens for all that is definitely not bad. But again, like I said, you have to go through those 12 races, you have to try your best in each race, and so it's definitely more grindy than it is, I guess, like skill equals the amount of rewards you're gonna get. And lastly, this is just an idea. This isn't really like anything wrong with this game mode itself, but I just wish that there was some sort of like practice lap or practice option for anyone who just hasn't used their sponsored car before. So I saw a couple of people playing with the Carrera GT, and if you've never used that car before, I mean, you're not going to really have a good idea on how it handles and what it's like to drive. So I just wish that there was like a practice game mode or something like that after you choose your sponsored car and before you jump into the official races. I think that would be pretty nice. So for my concluding thoughts, besides my complaints, I honestly think that this game mode has a lot of potential, like I mentioned before. And honestly, so far I've had, a good experience aside from like, my grievances that I mentioned with the car and track problem. But yeah, I do really like how the races have 2 laps each. I think that's a really good decision. But honestly, I think we need more 2-lap races in the game in general, especially in areas where the competition heats up, like in Platinum and Legend League in multiplayer. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the new 1v1 tournament mode in Asphalt 9. Like I said, lots of potential, and I do enjoy it pretty much. I don't know where I'm going with that, but you guys get what I mean. I have been enjoying it, and hopefully we'll get to see some improvements on this mode, and hopefully they'll fix some of the things that I had issues with, and maybe improve the rewards or something like that. But yeah, of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Before I head out, I just want to say for the next couple weeks here, pretty much until mid-December is when I'm still going to be super busy. I'm going to try and upload and stream as much as I can, but it won't be as often as it will be during winter and summer. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.